Hey everybody, thanks for joining. This is day one of the journey home. So come and join me in a comfortable seated position, and you can sit up onto something, a block or a folded blanket or a pillow. And I'm going to read you a poem by Mary Oliver. So it's called, she's so funny, it's called On Meditating, sort of. Meditation, so I've heard, is best accomplished if you entertain a certain strict posture. Frankly, I prefer to lounge under a tree. So why should I think I could ever be successful? Some days I fall asleep or land in that even better place, half asleep, where the world, spring, summer, autumn, winter, flies through my mind in its hearty ascent and its uncompromising descent. So I just lie like that, while distance and time reveal their true attitudes. They never heard of me and they never will, or ever need to. Of course, I wake up finally, thinking how wonderful to be who I am. Made out of earth and water, my own thoughts, my own fingerprints, all that glorious temporary stuff. So this series is called The Journey Home, and that's home to your body and home to your intuition and home to the space where you feel ease. So you're not juggling all of the opposing dialogues that are within and that are without. You land in the quiet, steady space that always exists. And hopefully we can access that through the connection of movement and breath. It's a really valuable tool. Maybe you'll just get a glimpse of that sense of home, and that's okay. And this is why we practice. So if you like to close your eyes, close your eyes. Place your hands, palms face down, at your upper middle thighs. And then take the webbing between your thumbs and your fingers and point it towards your kneecap. So this, in the most subtle, quiet way, starts to open your chest. Let your shoulders become a part of your back body rather than the front body. And elongate the spine in an organic way, like Mary says. Meditation, it's said, is best entertained with a strict posture, but for today, I don't think that's true, by the way. For today, find softness around your edges. Find an organic lengthening. Embrace the natural curvature of your spine. And like it is said in the Yoga Sutras, Sthira Sukha Asanam. Find the balance between effort and ease here. So you're not too stiff and disciplined and erect, but also not lazy and lax. Find the space between. And then without changing it, without forcing it or rearranging it, come and find your breath. Watching where it lands in this body in this moment. How it travels along your regal spine. And like with most things, when you put your attention to it, it starts to flourish and grow and expand. So this is probably happening with your breath now that your attention is on it. It might have started to build a rhythm, a thoughtful cadence, a harmony, and of course that's okay. Allow the intelligence of your body to overcome you. And it's not that what's happening in the mind is unimportant or less worthy than the wisdom of your body, but for now, since we spend so much time in the mind, and sometimes what's happening in the mind can pull us away from this home in our body, let's shift the attention to what is happening organically. The breath happens without any of our input. The heart beats without any of our input. Can you just pay attention? And as you pay attention, maybe the rough edges around the mind stuff start to soften. Now collectively, let's receive a breath all the way in, all the way up. And exhale your breath, let it go. Connect your palms in front of your heart, connect the heels of your hands and your fingertips. Press your thumbs towards your sternum bone in the center of your chest, but leave a little pocket of air for possibility between the palms of your hands. Set any prayers, intentions, dedications here, and we'll sing one Om. Exhale all your breath. Take a slow, smooth, deep inhalation. Om. Gently bow your chin in towards your chest, humble. Let your hands fall, palms face up. With your chesting lifted, float your skull, lift your head, eyes stay closed. And then gently open your eyes. Okay, come onto your hands and your knees into the tabletop position. So this is our foundational sequence that we'll be working with over the next 5 days. So I'll talk a lot today, alignment stuff, and then we'll kind of let it go as the 5 days go on. So in your tabletop position, bring your middle fingers to face forward, and if you have stiffness in your shoulders, bring your hands a little bit wider. Spin the eyes of your elbows towards one another, and walk your knees back until they're right underneath your sit bones rather than your front hip bones. Curl your toes in and under. And stretch your hips back, something like a child's pose. Toes are tucked, forehead almost lands towards the ground. Now as you take your next breath in, claw down into your fingertips, round your spine forward, receive your breath. And then as you exhale, claw down your fingertips again, drag your hip bones backwards, arch your spine into your child's pose, toes tucked. Come forward again, take your breath in. Round your spine, round the back of your heart, and as you exhale back into your child's pose, with your toes tucked, stretch your belly on the way back. Again, press down toe tips and fingertips and round your upper back and curl your chin in. And then one last time, like you're stretching your heart and your hips in opposite directions evenly, come into your child's pose, tuck toes. On your next inhale, round your way forward into a high plank position. So shoulders come over your wrists, hands stay as they are. Float your kneecaps and then step your feet towards one another. Hips in line with heart, in line with head. So float the tips of your ears in line with your shoulder tips. Elongate the back of your neck, and it's subtle, but elongate your lower back. Squeeze your buttocks from the outside in. Hold your navel to your spine, and then soften what you can soften, what you can soften. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, come up and back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees generously. Step your feet to hips width distance. And then everybody bend your knees a lot. Press down and forward with your hands, the fingertips. And so that you don't accumulate too much tension in your neck and shoulders today, think about reaching from your lower back, up along the side waist, through your armpits, through your arms, your elbows, through to the hands, through the through to the skin of your palms, through your fingertips, and then let your head go. You may find that the more you reach your arms, the more your frontal ribs will start to vacuum in towards your body. So really reach. Let your shoulders come up around your ears. And then if there's space, work one leg straight and then the other. And it doesn't matter if your heels touch. It doesn't matter if your knees straighten. Keep reaching evenly in opposite directions and vacuum your navel in towards your spine. Take a full breath in. Let your breath go any way you'd like. Good. Come back forward into your high plank pose, please. Step your feet together. Take your breath in and squeeze your forearms towards one another. As you take your out breath, point your right toes straight backwards. Vacuum your ribs in, hold your navel in, keep your head light. Three-legged downward facing dog. Please stretch your hands forward and reach your right heel up high. Take a deep inhale breath. And as you exhale, curl your knee in towards your nose, claw down into your fingertips, pause for a moment, and then step your right foot between your thumbs. Bring your left knee down to the ground. So your feet are at a hips width distance and your front knee is right over top of your front heel. Squeeze through the inner thighs, engage your legs, and rise up through both arms. Low lunge, taking your breath in. And just stay here for a moment as you exhale. Let your shoulders settle and soften, not actively drawing them down your back, but letting your neck relax. Elongate from the low of your back, up through your fingertips, carve your right hip crease back. Just take one more inhale now. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to frame your front foot. You can bring your hands onto a support like books or blocks. And then start to slowly shift your hips back until your right toes curl up towards the ceiling. Now try to find a straight right leg. So not deeply bending it, but also not hyperextending it. So hyperextending would be like the knee bowing down towards the ground like this. Find a straight knee. And if your hamstrings are tight, it's okay if there's still a bit of a bend to it, but can you try to lengthen the muscles along the back of your leg by encouraging the front of your quadricep, the front of your thigh, to engage more. Carve your right hip crease back more. Take something like a halfway lift and lengthen, breathe in. And then soften your shoulders, soften your belly to your thigh any amount and fold. Good. Bend your front knee. Lift up your back knee. Keep your left fingertips down towards the ground. Really press down into your left fingertips as you peel your right arm up towards the sky. Keep your hips low, inner thighs engaged towards one another. Right arm high, deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. Rotate your left side ribs towards the right and engage the back body to curl your heart forward. Come a little higher onto your left big toe mound. Squeeze your inner thighs. One more deep breath in. Then as you exhale, circle your right arm backwards and down. Place your right hand outside of your right foot and then step your left foot forward to fold at the top of your mat, and you can bend your knees as much as you need to. Halfway lift, elongate your spine, breathe in. And as you exhale, let your belly go to your thighs and forward fold. Okay, roll up to rise, dig into your heels. Let your head and your arms and your fingertips be heavy as you come up. Press down your feet, reach your arms forward and up, reach up, look up. And then as you exhale, bring your thumbs through the center of your chest, hands down by your sides, and just stand for a moment to feel what you feel. Bend your knees. Elongate your lower back, root your tailbone down towards the ground. Squeeze the outer buttocks, and then re-straighten your legs, keeping all of that activation. Press your feet, reach your arms forward and up, look up, breathe in. And as you exhale, break at the waist, hinge and fold. Halfway lifting, long breath in, long spine. And with your out breath, place your fingertips down to the ground. Take one big step back with just your left foot. Great big step, feet at a hip's width distance. Stay high on the ball of your back foot, keep your back knee lifted, and bend your front knee towards 90 degrees. Engage your inner thighs, press down, rise up. Take that same elongation through the low of your back that we just did in standing. Engage inner thighs, squeeze the outer hips, lift your heart, hug your front ribs, lift your fingertips, take a breath in. Now as you exhale, hands come down towards the earth. And press into your palms so much so that you can reach your right heel high up and back. Three-legged downward facing dog. Take your inhale breath. Knee curls in towards your nose as you exhale. Try to bring your shoulders over your wrists. High plank on the in-breath. Shoulders stack and inner thighs engage. And as you exhale, knees go wide. Stretch into child's pose. And from your child's pose, you can stack your forearms, lay your forehead to the earth. And let this be the moment that you journey home. Drop into the rhythm of your breath and the rhythm of your heartbeat. Soften so much that you can almost feel gravity embracing you, drawing you in. Replace your fingertips forward. Round your spine forward, high plank pose. Pick up your kneecaps, firm your thighs, squeeze your inner thighs. Keep the plank as you exhale, point your left toes straight backwards. Three-legged downward facing dog. Lift your left heel up high, take a breath in. Reach your hands, reach your armpits, and as you exhale, curl your knee to your nose. Slowly place your left foot between your thumbs. Front knee over front heel. Bring your right knee down towards the ground. Engage through your inner thighs. And then root down and rise your arms forward and up. Look up, reach up. Take your inhale breath. And then as you exhale, soften and stay. So inner thighs engage towards one another. Get long and tall through your armpits, through your fingertips. Hold your ribs in softly. The more you reach from your lower back, the softer your neck gets. Take one more inhale. And then with your exhale, hands come down to frame your front foot. Shift your hips back, point your left toes to the ceiling. And then again, straighten your knees so that it's not bent and it's not bowing back. It's straight. You carve your left hip crease back, stretch your chest forward. Maybe you even feel the stretch and sensation into your calf muscles. Take one elongating halfway lift, breathe in. And then breathe out and fold in. Bend your front knee so that your front knee is over your front heel. Lift your back knee. Keep your hips that low though. Engage through your inner thighs, right fingertips down. Left arm twists up, look up, deep breath in. Stay for your exhale breath, get a little bit longer. Fingertips to fingertips, rotate your right side ribs open towards the left, inhaling. And then as you exhale, left hand comes down to the floor and right foot steps forward and we fold at the top of the mat. Bend your knees a lot, let your head drop. Lengthen your spine, breathe in. And let yourself go, breathe out, head heavy. Go again, elongate, breathe in. And then let a sigh go. Dig your heels, bend your knees, roll up to rise up. Keep your head super heavy, like you're stacking one bone over the other, and the skull is the last thing to rise. Press your feet down, reach your arms forward and up, look up, breathe in. And as you exhale, thumbs through the heart space, let them drift down by your sides. Keep your fingers connected. Stretch your fingers down towards the ground. Chase them with your elbows. Chase your elbows with your shoulders. And float your head over your heart, over your hips. Down into your feet. Can you balance your feet so you're not rolling one way or the other, forward or back? As you elongate your lower back by anchoring your tail down, can you lift your chest by anchoring your sternum up? Press your feet, reach your arms forward and up, look up, breathe in. And as you exhale, hinge at your hips, bend at your knees, fold. Find length and space, breathe in. Exhaling, fingertips touch down, just the right toes step all the way back. Keep your back knee lifted, high on the ball mound of your back foot, front knee over front heel. Find the strength in your legs, then press down, rise up, high lunge, elongate your lower back, draw your upper buttocks to your lower buttocks, draw your front ribs towards your back ribs, and then stretch from your hip creases all the way up through your armpits, all the way up through your fingertips. Breathe in. And as you exhale, hands come down to earth. Press down and reach your left heel up high, three-legged downward facing dog. Stay for the in-breath. Curl in, knee to nose as you exhale. High plank, inhaling. Firm your thighs, and then as you exhale, knees wide, child's pose, rest. And let your forehead plug in and go inside. And try to eliminate the in-betweens, the fidgets and the shifting and the perfecting. And feel exactly what it is that you feel right now. And place your hands forward. Round yourself forward, hands and knees. Take your breath in. Downward facing dog. Reach from your lower back, up your arms to your fingertips. Lift your hips high. So we'll be taking all of that again on the rhythm of the breath, kind of smoothing out the spaces in between. And this will be a really familiar sequence throughout the next 5 days. So make nice. Come forward to your high plank, step your feet together, take a breath in. Keep the plank. As you exhale, point your right toes straight back. Three-legged downward facing dog, inhaling. And as you exhale, curl your right knee to your nose and place your right foot between your thumbs. And back knee down. Press down and rise up through both arms, low lunge, inhale. Hands down, half splits, exhale. Take the twist, bend your front knee, lift your back knee, peel your right arm up high, rotate the chest, inhale. And as you exhale, right arm comes down to frame your right foot, step your left foot forward and fold to the top of your mat. Elongate your spine, breathing in. Breathing out, fold in. Roll up to rise, bend your knees, drop your head. Plug your feet and bone by bone stand up. Reach forward and up, inhale, look up. This time right away, hinge forward to fold. Space on the inhale. Exhale, fingertips down and left toe step back. Keep your back knee lifted, front knee bent. Rise to your high lunge, inhaling. And as you exhale, hands come down. Three-legged downward facing dog, right heel high, up and back. Stay for your in-breath, and as you exhale, knee to nose, round in. High plank pose, inhale. Child's pose, knees wide, hips back. Take a moment. Receive your breath. And let something go or soften around the edges. Round forward, high plank pose. Take your breath in. Keep the plank as you exhale, left toes stretch back. Three-legged on your in-breath, left heel up high. Curl your knee to your nose as you exhale, quietly placing left foot between your thumbs. Back knee comes down to the ground, engage inner thighs, press down and reach up, inhale. And as you exhale, hands down, hips back, fold. Bend your front knee, lift your back knee, twist left arm up high, breathe in. And as you exhale, left arm touches down outside of your left foot, step your right foot forward and fold top of your mat. Elongate your spine, hip creases back and heart wide. And as you exhale, forward fold. Once more, roll up to rise, dig your heels, drop your head. Plug your feet, reach your arms forward and up, look up, inhaling. And as you exhale, hinge to fold. Lengthen space, deep breath in. And with your exhale, fingers down, right toe step all the way back. Front knee over front heel. Rise up to your high crescent lunge. One deep, good inhale. With your out breath, hands come down to earth. Three-legged downward facing dog, left heel up high, deep breath in. Curl knee to nose, full breath out. High plank, inhaling. Child's pose, knees wide, hips back, bow in to you. Oh, and just drop your weight. And observe as everything rearranges itself within you as you shift from a state of doing to a space of resting and receiving. Place your hands underneath of your shoulders. Come and sit up onto your shins. And outstretch your legs in front of you to lay down onto your back. Place your feet to the outer rails of your mat. Let your knees fall in towards one another. And let your hands rest anywhere on your body that brings you peace. And your breath is making its transition from more active to more passive. So watch as the breaths get a little bit deeper and slower. As the pulse under your skin and under your sternum bone goes from more rapid to less rapid. Bring your arms into a cactus. Take a breath in with your knees pointing up, and then as you exhale, allow your knees to wash over towards the right side. As you inhale, come back up through center, and as you exhale, let your knees fall over towards the left side, and let your head go too, so your head can kind of roll in whatever direction it wants to. Go again up through center as you inhale. And with your exhale, go on over towards the right. center on the inhale. And exhale, going over to the left. This time we'll stay, come up through center as you inhale. And as you exhale, go over towards the right and just stay. Let the spine just subtly twist and unwind. Allow your shoulder blades and your upper back and your upper arm bones even to go heavier. Outer edges of your hips heavier. Take a deep inhale breath. And exhaling, let something soften around its edge. And gather your way back up through center, inhaling, and with your out breath, go the other way. Knees fall to the left. And this really gentle invitation for the spine to unwind. Let the armpit soften, armpit skin. Let your breath land where it lands, total unconditioned breath. Yeah, and breathe in here. Let go your breath. Good. Come on up through center, receive your inhale. And today for Shavasana, let's keep the knees bent, let your knees fall in. Place your hands onto your belly so that your elbows are supported by the ground. Elongate the back of your neck by subtly tucking your chin in. You can feel the skin on the back of your neck get longer. And go inside and allow yourself, your body, your mind, your heart, your breath to commingle with the forces of gravity, the qualities of surrender and of ease. And that last little bit of Mary's poem I'll read again. Some days I fall asleep or land in that even better place, half asleep, where the world, spring, summer, autumn, winter, flies through my mind in its hearty ascent and its uncompromising descent. So I just lie like that, while distance and time reveal their true attitudes. They never heard of me and never will or ever need to. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rock your head side to side. And then roll from this shape over into the fetal position and hold yourself close there. Let yourself drop and drape. Of course, I wake up finally thinking how wonderful to be who I am, made out of earth and water, my own thoughts, my own fingerprints, all that glorious temporary stuff. When you're ready, come up into a seat. And if you can keep your eyes closed or soft, do that. And let this seat be soft, comfortable, a way that you like to be. Place your palms to connect in front of your chest, thumbs to the sternum bone. A little pocket of air between the skin of your palms. Please join me for one sweet Om. Exhale all your air. Take a slow, smooth, deep inhalation. Om. Namaste.